Welcome to Here's to Good Friends, where men can ask questions without feeling less of a man, and where women can learn more about men. I'm extremely excited. This is my very first show. Having said that, let's learn from one another. Caller, you on the phone?
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
How are you? My name is Jordan. How can we help you?
Good, man. My name is Mr. Fix-It. I got a good question for you, so hopefully you could help me out.
Okay, Mr. Fix-It, go ahead.
How do you know when your woman is truly having an orgasm? A real deep down orgasm, not that fake stuff where they roll their eyes, they make believe so they don't hurt your feeling, but a real orgasm.
Well, how do you know when your woman is truly having an orgasm? You see, the funny thing is, for women, an orgasm is mostly mental. So it's kind of difficult to pinpoint exactly when and if she's faking an orgasm and when she's really having an orgasm. So the best thing that I would suggest is that you communicate with her. Find out what she likes. Find out if she likes you to talk to her. Find out if she likes romance. Find out if she doesn't like romance. And just follow through with what she's saying. And doing that, I think you'll get the results that you want. Does that sound like an answer that you could deal with?
Yeah, that sounds kind of quite just right.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of, you said orgasm is mental.
Yes.
I was assuming it was physical because she's trembling and getting all that physical sexing and all of that.
Right.
And I thought it was all physical.
Right.
But when she actually climaxed, isn't that a physical response?
It's actually, you're right, it is a physical response, but it starts with her mind. It starts with her emotions. That's what it starts with. You know, you talk to the mind. Have you ever heard the saying, if you make love to a woman's mind, you have the woman's soul?
Okay.
All right? Basically, you deal with, you communicate with her, you get to her mind. You make love to her mind first, and then her body will follow shortly.
Okay, I got you.
Okay?
Okay, so what you're saying, arouse the mental aspect of her mind first,
yes,
and then the physical part will follow.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me, man.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fix-It.
You got it.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
I believe we have a caller named Sheila on the phone. Sheila, you still with us?
Yes, how you doing, Jordan?
I'm fine, thank you. Sheila, where are you calling from?
Queens, New York.
Queens. How do you like Queens so far?
Good, it's quiet.
Okay, all right. Sheila, how can we help you?
Hi, well, I'm a single mother of a 6-year-old little boy.
Okay.
And he's at the age where he's starting to ask questions about his private parts.
Mm-hmm.
And my question to you is, should I talk to him, or should I have, let's say, my father or brother talk to him about it if his father is not in his life?
Okay. First, Sheila, let me commend you on being a single mother. It's a very difficult and tedious job to be a single mother, so God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, in terms of talking to your son about his private parts, I think being that he's so comfortable with you and he's so familiar with you, I think you should start off talking to him about it. And the way you go about doing that is by telling him, identifying the different parts of his body, using the proper names of it, and then going on to tell him certain things that people should not do or he should not let anyone do to him. Now, in addition to that, you mentioned other family members that if they should help you with that. I think it'd be a good idea, but initially I think you should speak to your son first just to get him comfortable, and then possibly have your brother or your uncle come in on the conversation just to reiterate a little bit what you're saying.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds good. So I should definitely have my father there with me when I do speak to him about his private.
You should. I think if it depends if he can relate to your father or not.
Yes, he's like totally in love with his grandpa.
Okay, so the fact that he can relate to your father and the fact that he's so comfortable with you, I think you should start off the conversation, and your grandfather, your father can tune in, can chime in a little bit to help him feel a little bit more comfortable about it.
Okay.
All right, Sheila?
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, give us a call. Let us know how it turned out, okay?
Will do. I keep you updated.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We have a caller on the line. Caller, you on the line?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's your name?
My name is Joe.
Joe. How you doing, Joe? Where you calling from?
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I live in Florida right now.
Live in Florida? Okay. How do you like the transition from Brooklyn to suburbia Florida?
You know, coming down here to visit and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing palm trees, so I like what I see, you know?
Okay. All right. All right, sounds good. Thank you for calling Here's to Good Friends. How can we help you?
Yo, man, I got a little situation, you know what I'm saying, that, occurred to me a few months back, man. Long story short, I got into it with my 21 stepson, my 21-year-old stepson, and he called the police, and police came through and wifey sided with him, and I got locked up. What do you think about that, B? 'Cause I'm real bitter about it, you feel me?
Yeah. It sounds like you're bitter about it. Well,
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't know too much about the situation. So your 21-year-old son called the police on you and you got locked up?
Dog, this cat disrespected me in my crib,
Okay.
put his hands on me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I taught him a lesson.
Right.
Got a little ugly. He got bruised up pretty good.
Okay.
Mom dude came through, she saw it, she didn't like it, she started with police.
Okay.
You feel me? So when they came through, she telling them the things that I did and I'm threatening cats and whatnot.
Right.
And you know, next thing you know, I'm in the cell, I got aggravated assault against my name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, you know, I'm having a real hard time forgiving because we've since reconciled. You know what I'm saying? The young man is no longer in the residence, but we've since reconciled.
Right.
So it's like I'm having a hard time forgiving, you feel me? So I need you to help me with that, B.
Okay. Well,
You tell me something that can help me go on, and I remember this every day. Because truth be told, as I wake up every day, I remember it. So every time I look at it, I see it. Yo, son, real talk, it's a real stressful situation, B. I need your help. Holla.
Okay. Well, you know what, Joe? It sounds like a real intense situation. I think the first thing is to sit down with your wife and try to clear the air in terms of what happened, what you think should have happened, what actually happened, and just reach some common ground where you can apologize for your actions, because you know there's three sides to every story. There's side A, side B, and the truth. So I think the first step is to sit down with your wife so you guys can come to some sort of agreement and make peace with each other. And then from that point on, you guys can work together towards exactly where the stepson went wrong in this whole thing, where this whole situation got so ugly. Does that sound like something that you can do, Joe?
I mean, you know, we sat down though. I mean, we did the counseling thing and whatnot, but Joe, you know, truth be told, counseling thing ain't really help, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I said what I had to say, and you know, we kind of hashed it out, and you know, the thing is, right? I'm not really satisfied with where she's coming from with it.
Okay.
And I know that might sound a little crazy,
Right.
but you know, her reasonings and whatnot are not really making me happy.
Okay.
What I want to hear is, I am so sorry. I will never do such a thing again. I realize the error of my ways.
Okay.
And I'm not getting that. I'm getting, well, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that. So that makes me feel away. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I understand. Well, you know what, Joe? Truth be told, you're to blame as much as the stepson is. So I think the first step in dealing with the situation is first looking at yourself, reflecting upon yourself, and realizing, where did you play a part in this?
What makes you say I'm to blame, though?
Say that again, I can't hear you.
What makes you say that I'm just as much to blame?
Well, because every situation is like an equation. Meaning, if you get 4, 2, and you need 2 plus 2 to make 4. You with me so far?
Right.
Okay, so every situation you need two different parties to get an end result. Now I'm not saying you're completely to blame, but you yourself said you went a little crazy with the situation, right? So there's definitely some sort of there's enough blame to go around for everybody. I think everyone has a little piece of the blame, and it just got a little crazy. But in terms of you and in terms of you dealing with it, I think the first step is for you to see where you went a little crazy, as you said. Where did you go overboard with the situation? And then I think the next step would be to approach your wife and possibly apologize for where you went wrong. In which case, I think from that point on, she'll look at her actions as well as her son's actions, and then try to come to some sort of medium to where she could say, you know what, Joe, I'm sorry I did this. And then you guys can sit down together and talk about the son in terms of what he did wrong, and, how can you guys prevent this from happening in the future?
Brother, you must be a Christian.
Absolutely.
If you're talking, you have to give.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I go to CCC in Brooklyn.
All right, man. I don't know, man. I'll give it a try, but I don't know, man.
All right. Well, you know what, Joe? Give it a try. This is gonna be a work in progress. It's not something that's gonna resolve itself overnight. It's definitely a work in progress. But give it a try, and give us a call back or send us an email and let me know how it turned out. Okay?
All right, man. Bet.
All right, Joe. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Take care. I think we have another call on the phone. Caller, my name is Jordan. Who's on the phone?
Natalie.
Natalie, how are you today?
Fine.
Natalie, where are you calling from?
The Bronx.
The Bronx? Bronx, New York?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good to hear you, Natalie. How can we help you?
I just had a question.
Sure.
Why do guys ask for females' numbers if they're not actually gonna call?
Why do guys ask for a female's number if they're not actually gonna call?
Yes.
The funny thing is, I used to do the same thing when I was younger. I used to just get numbers, and it's a numbers game, basically. As guys, I think we have to prove to ourselves, and sometimes we have to prove to other guys that we can get numbers, that we can talk to X amount of girls and get their numbers. That's a way of making our egos feel better. It's not necessarily something against you, but it's just we're feeding our egos by getting the number. And sometimes, in certain cases, the guy might have lost the number. In certain cases, he's just trying to feed his ego. So there's a couple of different scenarios here. Does that help you out a little bit, Natalie?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Natalie. Thank you for calling.
No problem.
Take care. We have a caller on the phone. Caller, my name is Jordan. What's your name?
My name's Ambarique.
Ambarique?
Yeah.
How are you today, sir?
Hey, I think I'm doing well. I had another crazy weekend on the dating scene.
Okay.
And I just have a question. I don't know if you guys can help out because it's every week I'm going through this.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, why can a decent man, when I say decent, I'm talking about a man who works, has an education, comes from a decent family. Where can he go to meet a good woman in New York City? Because I tell you this, it's not going to be online. I've been online, I've been out, I've been in the clubs, bars. I just meet all these chicken heads that are just looking to milk someone. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
And I don't know. I try. I really try. I joined yoga classes here and there. I took a look at myself to see if maybe something's wrong with me.
Okay.
But what I find is that a lot of the women, before you can even tell me where to go, a lot of the women I meet, they think they know what they want, but they really don't. They really don't. So my thing is, where do I meet them? I'm meeting them, but for some reason, I keep saying the same thing over and over.
Okay.
Give me an idea, maybe where I can probably meet a nice shorty to roll with. It's just hard. And as I'm getting older, I'm a man in my 30s.
Right.
I don't now's the time. If it's not now, I don't know when it's going to be.
Okay, so your question is where can you meet women? Where can you meet a decent woman?
Decent woman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I tried the online thing, the ones in the club.
Okay.
It's just like a lost cause. The ones online,
Okay.
you know, the ones in the club, I don't mean to generalize, but, you know, they got trauma attached with them, like some serious trauma.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I think, have you tried church?
Not really.
There's a lot of women that go to church, or I don't know, you might want to take a class. There's a lot of beautiful, educated women that are currently going to school and trying to better themselves. That might be a good place. And another way is just through referral. I mean, a lot of women that I know now are very reluctant to talk to somebody just on the fly off the street or in a club. They're really looking for some sort of referral where a friend of a friend or a friend of a cousin. You might want to go that route to meet somebody.
That may not be a bad idea.
This way, you know a little bit about her background. She knows a little bit about your background. You both are coming from referrals, so it makes it a little bit more easier.
Yeah, I like that advice, man. I like that advice, Jordan.
Okay, all right. Let us know how it works out, okay?
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. And here's to good friends. Learning is full circle. I learn from you, and you in turn learn from me. We learn from each other's experiences. Having said that, I have a question for you. When is it okay to fart in front of the person that you're dating? I remember dating this young lady. We were on our second date, engaged in a conversation, and in the middle of her conversation, she farted and kept talking. Now, two things came to mind. One, do you know that you just farted? And two, do you smell that? So, let me know if this has happened to you, and if so, how did you handle the situation? All right? This concludes my very first show. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. My name is Jordan Jean-Jacques.